Happy Memorial Day. Want to know the secrets to actually getting on stage at your next live event? It's really simple. I'm going to share that strategy and more in this morning's marketing tip. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is I, Greg Gomez III, founder, CEO, FastStartMarketer.com. I'm here in my backyard here on a warm, sunny afternoon. The 100-degree heat is not yet quite hit in yet, but we've had a couple of days of it, but today is absolutely perfect. It's gorgeous outside, so we're enjoying the last of the nice weather before it gets really, really cold, or really, really hot, I should say. One of the things I wanted to share with you here on this little impromptu video was I hope you're having a great Memorial Day for all of those who served and have fallen, so that I have the ability. I don't have the opportunity to be successful. I have the obligation to be successful for those who've gone before us in this great country that we live in. And as a result of that, I don't take that obligation lightly. So I sit and I work hard to provide a better lifestyle for my children, but so that they can also learn how to do that as well. So if you have served, or you've lost someone who served, or you know someone who's lost and served as a friend or a family member, my thanks to you for what they've done for this great country of ours to afford us this opportunity. On that note, there's no sweet transition that allows us to go to what I want to talk about here today, except for this. A couple weeks ago, I was at a live event called the No Excuses Summit, and this summit's been going on for 7 years. And in this summit specifically, I remember the first year I attended it, and the story goes like this. I've been online coaching and offering training since 2003. I was actually regarded as one of the first people online who ever put together a branded landing page, lead capture page. The image of me basically with hair in front of a window was one that had generated hundreds of thousands of dollars for me up until that point, before any of the attraction marketers had come online or were doing anything like that. Now, the reason I'm telling you this story now is that I semi-retired. I went to I decided to stay home with my youngest, and what wound up happening is after I came out of retirement, semi-retirement, I decided I wanted to be big in the space again. I wanted to go and start doing what I used to do. But when I left the space, mind you, that all these kids coming up, like MLSP, Norbert Orlowitz, Brian Finelli, Jonathan Budd, even Mike Dillard to a degree, were still relatively small. They weren't that big. They were just getting started. Dillard had been around for a little while, but the rest of the crew hadn't been around very much. And so I decided, I had seen a lot of people come and go in the space, and I really wasn't impressed with too many different people. And the truth of it is, this was my ego getting in the way of me actually connecting with these folks. So the mistake I made was I made no connections in the space. I thought I was the King Kahuna, and that was all that there was to it. Yeah, interesting. I don't recommend that. It was probably one of the dumbest things you could do as an entrepreneur, because what it does is it isolates you and it keeps you from connecting with people the way that you truly could. Make sense? So fast forward to 2010, I decided I want to go ahead and come back into the space, start doing what I did before. I never stopped serving the people I'd had accumulated, or my list, or my students and clients, but I didn't drive traffic near as much as I did prior to that. So coming back out, started running Google again, started running Facebook, and I made a decision that I wanted to connect with folks, and there was this event called the No Excuses Summit. And I wound up attending this event. I made the decision to attend this event. I did two things before I attended that event. Jonathan Budd was having an affiliate contest, and at that time, Jonathan was like the biggest guy in the space at the time. And I went ahead and did a single email for his launch, and I got cracked top 20 affiliates for that program. It was nice, good cash. That wasn't the important part. I just wanted to get on the radar, and I realized a mistake I made when I exited. I didn't stay connected with people, or I didn't make associations with people before I exited the space for a bit, or got toned down, I should say. And that really impacted when I came back into the space. I actually had to ask a serious question. Was I still relevant? Was what I had to share relevant in the space? Well, I wanted to go to this seminar, this No Excuses event, to identify where my training and content was still relevant, and B, I wanted to make clear up a mistake that I had made in my business by not connecting with people prior to leaving the space. Make sense? So I said, what better way than to get the attention of everybody by saying, hey, knock, knock, here's an email. I'm one of the top affiliates in this program. just to kind of get the attention of everybody. And then in addition to that, go and meet and shake hands and do a better job of networking, which I find ironic is that I'm actually a world-class marketing trainer and salesperson and sales trainer, and I'm not a very good networker. And my concentration is to the network marketing space, but I'm not a very good network marketer, or I'm not a good networker, not a great networker, and I've been working on that hard since 2010. I've gotten a little better. So I attend this event. I meet Jonathan Budd, and Jonathan knew who I was. I was really humbled in the fact that I shook hands with all kinds of folks, Norbert Olowitz, Jonathan Budd, several other speakers as well. And I wound up, they knew who I was. They remembered me from back in the day, and my newest advertising campaigns, which were all over the place and very productive and very powerful. So I came into the space and was pushing people out for keyword. I don't know if I was pushing people out, but I was definitely making a ruckus with our conversions and what we were doing. I sat in the audience, and I was in good company. I didn't know these people at the time, but Vince Reed, I don't think Vince Reed was at the first one, but the first event had Ray Higdon. It had several other folks as well off the top of my head. Ray really sticks to my mind because his story and my story are very similar in that we were both in attendance at this event. I didn't know all these people. He didn't really. It was kind of his first thing that he was saying. And I made the commitment then and there. I took one of my business associates, who was my operations manager at the time, who's still with the company all these years. And I turned to him and I said, I'm going to be on stage next year. I want to be on stage next year. And I made that commitment. I know Ray Higdon made that commitment. And there were several others in the audience that made the commitment that said, oh, yeah, I want to be on stage. So the second year, I wasn't able to attend. I had a family emergency. We couldn't attend. But I made the commitment to go there, and I didn't make my quota. I wasn't on stage. I wasn't asked to be on stage. I didn't connect with enough folks to get on stage. But the third year, the No Excuses 3 Summit, I actually wound up having the opportunity to, actually somebody nominated me for being a speaker because they had an open audition. Basically, you can nominate, and whoever had the most likes and social media engagement, they were the ones that got on stage. Well, I was one of the top people that got to be asked to be on stage. But they didn't know me, so they didn't put me in a full speaking role. They put me in a panel with several other marketers, brilliant marketers, Michael Force, Diane Hockman, which I thought was a shoo-in to win because it was their group. Who else was there? It was Rhonda and Brian Swan, great people. Hi, Rhonda and Brian. Hope you guys are doing awesome. You guys are traveling the world, I see all the time. Michael Force, brilliant marketer. Ty Tribble, excellent blogger. Just, honestly, a lot of folks. Oh, and then Sherry Tree. And I just didn't expect to be somebody that made the final round, let alone to win the thing. And obviously that's what happened. By answers alone, by content given, just by speaking, I was able to win the first ever No Excuses panel, Expert of Experts. And it's been done for years. And fast forward to 2016, a couple weekends ago, I just attended the Internet Traffic Live / No Excuses Summit 7, and it's out of the 7 years that this event's been going on, I'd been there for 6 of them. I only missed one. Why is this important? The third one I won the nomination, and I've been speaking at the event every year since. So much so that it inspired me to start running our own events, which is our summit. You can see below. You can click on the link and attend our summit, which is the Fast Start Summit. Most powerful, nuts and bolts, get stuff done, getting leads from the internet, and getting closing on those leads in a 3-day time frame. Powerful event. I highly encourage that you register. The space is limited. But here's my epiphany, and this is the thing that I wanted to share you with from this whole story. So I was talking with one of the leaders, the MC, after a section of talking at the event. And he says, I'm really surprised how many people don't. He says, this is a great event. Why don't people come every single year? He did a survey. How many of you guys, this is your first time attending the No Excuses Summit? And most of the hands go up, almost 80-90% of the hands go up. They then asked, how many of you guys have been to 2 or more? And very few hands go up. And they said, how many of you guys have been to 3 or more? And practically no hands go up. And he's just shocked that, hey, why aren't there more people here? And I said to him, I said, you're missing the point. I said, you actually brought up a really interesting and powerful statement by your question, which is this. Those who attend the event every year are on stage. Those who have attended the No Excuses event 3 years or more were actually speaking on stage. They were all of the people with raising their hands were the people on stage. It's a very interesting point. Who do you associate with? Who do you hang out with? Who do you bring to the table to help you become better? I can't encourage enough attending live events. Live events will make a massive difference in your life. When you focus on getting to live events, what winds up happening is you make great connections. You wind up, and go VIP. Every chance you get, go to the VIP events, because you wind up connecting with the speakers. This year I connected with John Lee Dumas. I connected with Tyson Zanner. Hey, Tyson. Carlos Domingo. Just a bunch of really big behind-the-scenes marketer. John Lee Dumas is not behind the scenes. The guy runs one of the most successful podcasts in the podcast-verse. Very, very energetic person. And I wound up meeting 6 or 7 people that I never would have met before had I not attended a VIP event. Vince Reed, one of my favorite people in the world, somebody I respect who runs Internet Traffic Live, we met at an event, No Excuses 3. I wound up lecturing him for about an hour about something he wasn't doing in his business and how upset I was that someone so talented wasn't doing it. And we had met for the first time at this live event. The point is this, my friend, you have an opportunity to get to live events. If you want to change your life, if you want to generate the income you're capable of, if you want to make lasting connections, if you literally want to, on a dime, turn your business towards success, get to live events. This Thursday, I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of different strategies and techniques and tactics that we've been doing, that I do to network at live events that makes the most impact for you. So when you attend an event, how do you connect with people? How do you actually get engaged with them? I've covered something like this in a webinar before. This is going to go more in depth, scripts, insights, things that I've used that make a massive difference. I'm going to share them with you guys so you can get the biggest results for your business as well. I hope you enjoy your Memorial Day for as much as you can be enjoyed. It's a somber holiday. This is one that you can't help but give a moment of silence to. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful and great. Yeah, there's no other word, but I have massive gratitude, and I feel obliged and obligated to fulfill on the promise that these men and women fought and died for, which is to create a better world, to go forward, not just to generate revenue. Money's easy to make. It's not hard. Making an impact, helping people, that's the purpose of the businesses we run. That's exactly why I don't endorse every product that I can make money with. I had a conversation today with somebody that I could easily make money with, but it doesn't serve me serving you, if that makes sense. Not that it's bad. It's a great product. Phenomenal. It's not in my wheelhouse of what I can do that I'm passionate about to make a massive difference in your life. The biggest way I can make a difference in your life is to tell you the truth of what you need to do to make an impact in your business. Because when you're successful, when you achieve that level of success, you're able to achieve a higher level of success than you ever dreamed of. And the lives that you impact are who I'm looking to impact, because they'll never respond to me. The people that you're able to help won't respond to me. They'll only buy from you. And the people that you can serve, you need to get off your duff and go out there and get it done. How do you do that? Attend live events, make connections, do it repeatedly, get on stage, give yourself some posture and positioning so that when you speak, people listen and they'll take action on your offers and get a better result. My friend, as always, I appreciate you. Click below, fill in the form, register for this Thursday's webinar. I've got great content to give to you. In addition to that, register for the Fast Start Summit, September 2nd through 4th. Make no excuses, just register, and I will see you on the webinar and at the live event. I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.